Guy had $1 million in his IRA. He had $300,000 outside the IRA for a total of $1.3 million. This is back in the days when the exemption amount, that is the amount that you were allowed to die with before there was any federal estate tax, was $1 million. So he was literally on his deathbed. We knew he would not survive the year. And he heard about me. I usually ask people to come to my office. In his case, I actually literally went to his bedside. And he said, "What should we do?" And like always, by the way, and I don't give Roth IRA recommendations without running the numbers and doing financial projections. Our conclusion was, and I'm going to oversimplify again, that he should do a $1 million Roth IRA conversion, throwing off a tax of roughly $300,000, leaving him $1 million at his death. So when he died, he had $1 million total, even though, per our previous analysis, he had the same purchasing power. But guess what? Since there was $1 million exemption and he only had $1 million, he didn't have a federal estate tax. If we had done nothing, he would have had to pay federal estate tax on $300,000. So there is an additional benefit of Roth IRA conversions, is that you get the taxes out of your estate. All right, now that's an advanced concept, but the old advice to IRA owners used to be cash in your IRA before you died. That way, when you died, the income taxes that you paid on the IRA is outside your estate, and that'll reduce your total taxes. That went against my core to pay taxes before I had to, but the same concept applies with the Roth. You pay the taxes up front, but instead of being left with a plain old $1 million after tax, which might have been the advice 10 years ago, or maybe 15 years ago to this guy, he's left with a Roth IRA. So when he dies, the money, instead of being taxable every year for interest, dividends, capital gains, accumulations, etc., is income tax free. Very, very powerful. That benefit, additional benefit, was not in my previous numbers. If it was, the benefits of the Roth IRA conversion would be even higher.